Happy Homebrew Wednesday, folks. Ryan Patrick Murphy here, drinking a little homebrew. Got me some of that blueberry honey ale from Brewer's Best. It had more of a head on it. I kind of poured it aggressively, but trying to get the camera set up, but it went away. This ended up actually pretty good. The first night I drank it, I really didn't care for it. It had a lot of the bitterness from the yeast, so the yeast has kind of settled out now, and it's a lot better. See, it's fairly cloudy. You can't really see through it. I don't really have a flashlight to show that, but you just trust me, you can't see through it. Probably looks the same in the camera. It's not super blueberry flavored. I ended up pouring the whole blueberry flavoring bottle in, which was about 4 ounces, and the blueberry isn't really punchy in the face, but you can tell it's there. Also, you get that kind of weird sweetness I've talked about before from the honey. You know, it's not really sweet, but it's kind of a flavor that you just get from honey using it in beer. You know, the yeast kind of takes care of that sweetness part of that, but just kind of gives it a different mouthfeel, I think. Anyway, Friday I brewed the garbage, what I call it, the garbage ale, or the garbage pale ale. I don't want to use pale ale, I guess, because it turned out to be a porter. I made a last minute decision the night before when I kegged, well, actually it was when I kegged the blueberry honey ale. No, it wasn't that one. Yeah, it was. It had the Windsor yeast in it, and so I had just a little bit of liquid left in the fermenter, swirled it around, and put it in a sanitized jar. And when I did the porter, I reused that yeast, and it fermented out in like 2 or 3 days, so it went fast. Yeah, so that beer turned out to be a porter. It's sitting in the fermenter right now, just kind of waiting for a keg to get empty. And my Zythos Summit IPA, it should be hitting 8%, but it's at 7.9 now. I'm guessing that's where it's going to stop. I need to dry hop it. I'm kind of debating on racking it to a secondary fermenter, just because right now it's in a bucket and I kind of don't want to open that lid and have that blanket of CO2 just disappear. But at the same time, kind of lazy, so I'm thinking just throw the hops in and hope for the best. It'll probably turn out fine, really. I've done it a lot of times. I don't really secondary a whole lot. Also, you gotta try to clean a carboy, and those are a pain to clean, and I don't know, I haven't totally decided yet, but I probably need to get that figured out soon. What else? Oh, got a delivery. Ordered a couple more beer recipes from Adventures in Homebrewing, and this is the first time I've gotten anything from them, but I won't go through the recipes total, but I thought this was interesting. The American Pale Ale comes with 7 pounds of pale liquid malt extract, and it's all in one container. So I'm guessing they must just buy a huge vat of this stuff and then bottle it on their own, because it says that the liquid malt extract should be used within 1 month of purchase. So I'm wondering if it doesn't get originally sealed in there. But also, they take a lot of care to package the bottles. They have a ton of tape all over it to make sure this thing doesn't leak. And with the all grain kit that I got from them, the White House Honey Porter, they did the same thing with the jar of honey. So it's kind of interesting. Also, this Brew Vent company supposedly is from Austin Homebrew, but now they're partnering with Adventures in Homebrewing. So I don't really know what the whole story is there, but I thought that was interesting. Also restocked on some World Flock, so that's not too exciting. And yeah, Don't know which. I'm guessing I probably have to do the American Pale Ale next, just so the malt extract doesn't go bad, and that way the honey porter I can have more, a little closer to election day. And for those of you who don't know, the White House Honey Porter, as well as the White House Honey Ale, were recipes that were created in the White House during the Obama administration. And I don't want to get political or anything about that, but it's just kind of a neat little thing that happened there. So they used honey from the White House gardens to make those beers. So they were extract recipes originally, so they weren't doing all grain. Obviously, President Obama wasn't brewing beer; it was one of the chefs, White House chefs, doing it. So, but they're doing extract brewing for that. So that's kind of cool. The porter, the White House Honey Porter I found an all grain version, and I thought Northern Brewer had an all grain version, but I couldn't find it when I was on their website. So Adventures in Homebrewing had one, so I ordered theirs instead. But so it'll be an all grain. I've never brewed the porter before. I have done the ale a couple times, but I believe it was extract when I did the ale. So it should be a fun one when I get the opportunity to do it. I really want to brew this week, but like I said, I don't need fermenter space. I mean, I have a fermenter I could use, but I don't have a good place to put it. So I don't know. Guess I'm gonna have to wait it out another week and hope a keg gets emptied or something. I can move some beers around, or maybe I'll say screw it and do it anyway, and just have the beer sit there and wait its turn. Oh man, that has turned out to be a fantastic beer. The Black IPA 1 gallon kit, I finally tasted it on Friday night. It was only in the bottle for 2 weeks. A lot of green apple-y flavors coming off of it. It's not very good. I'm going to wait out a couple more weeks and see if it gets any better in the bottle. And maybe I'll do a tasting video, or tasting on this video. On Homebrew Wednesday. Another episode of Homebrew Wednesday. But other than that, I don't really have anything else for you this week, folks. So cheers. We'll catch you next time.